Hi, I am Dr. Latha Sadanandan, Assistant Professor of Botany, Srinarayana College, Kollam. Today I would like to introduce you to a topic, camera lucida. It is a topic that has been included under microtechnique in undergraduate and postgraduate programs of the different universities of Kerala. So I hope you all like drawing. This camera lucida is one such instrument which is used for drawing microscopic objects. So now let's see what it is. The term camera lucida derives from Latin word, and the term lucidus means bright, light or clear, and was first invented by William Hyde Wollaston in 1806. And it works on simple optical instrument. It is an optical instrument that is mounted on top of the body tube of a compound microscope for making clear, accurate, simple and exactly proportionate outline sketches of the objects under study. So you know how to use a compound microscope. So when you place an object in a compound microscope, of course you can view the image through the microscope, and by using camera lucida you can view the image on a drawing surface. So you place a drawing surface beside the by the compound microscope on which the camera lucida is mounted, and on by side of that you place the drawing paper on which you can see the image of the object that is placed in the compound microscope. So it produces an optical superimposition of the object over the surface on which figures are drawn. The observer can see the drawing surface and the image of the object simultaneously. That is a peculiarity of using this instrument. It enables the observer to trace the outline and draw the exact view of the image using paper and pencil. Now we shall see the different parts of camera lucida. It has an attachment ring. This attachment ring is used to attach the camera lucida to the body tube of the microscope. Then it has a prism which works on optical principles and a plane mirror. So that is already explained. The surface of the prism is silvered except in a circular area in the center which coincides in position with the eyepiece. So you know that light passes through a straight line. So there is a silvering only on the surface or in the boundary of the prism, so that the light can pass through a straight line. An adjustable mirror inclined at 45 degrees both to the desk and prism is attached to the body tube of the microscope. These are some of the camera lucida that were used in the olden ages. This highly versatile, that means you can see that this particular handle of camera lucida can be, it is flexible and it can be, the position can be changed easily. Now mechanism of its working. Light rays passing through the ocular lens is deflected at 90 degrees by the prism. These rays are further deflected at 90 degrees by the mirror. This arrangement projects a virtual image of the object on the desktop beside microscope. So in the next slide I will be showing you the diagrammatic sketch of this explanation, from which we will understand more. If a piece of white paper is kept there, that is, the paper will be kept just below the mirror, the observer can see the superimposed image of the object on the paper. Freehand drawings are done on the fixed paper with sharpened lead pencil. Accurate sketch of the original object on the slide is obtained. Now, as you know, in compound microscope there are pair of lenses. One is the ocular lens and the other is the objective lens. So the magnification will be a combination that you use, the combination of the ocular lens and the objective lens that you use. The ocular lens is usually 10x, that is, it magnifies 10 times the size, the original size of the object, whereas in the case of objective it can be 40x or 45x. So a combination will give 100x or 450x or 400x magnification. That means it comes to about 400 times, the magnification will be 400 times the original size of the object. So that is how it works. See, now we will see the diagrammatic sketch which will make things more clear to you. See, here there is a drawing tube where the paper is kept. With the lead pencil we will be drawing it. Okay. This image of this paper is projected on the mirror, which is inclined at 45 degree to the surface. Okay. And from the mirror it is deflected at 90 degree. You can see the path here, it shows 90 degree. Okay. And from there it is deflected to the prism. And from the prism again it moves at another 90 degree. So there is a deflection of 290 degrees, one at the mirror and the other at the prism. So even if the white paper is kept beside the microscope, you can actually observe the white paper through the microscope. Okay. Then as usual we will be viewing the object also through the microscope. So it appears that the image or the object is kept over the white paper. So you can actually do the tracing work, and it should be taken care that the white paper does not shift. Okay, once you start drawing, the paper should not shift. Okay, so it has to be fastened while drawing. So you can observe that this material is on top of the white paper, so on which you can easily draw. There are two types of camera lucida. We will see the different types. One is a prism type and the other is a mirror type. In prism type, there is only prism along with the attachment ring. There is only the prism and no mirror. Okay. Both the object and the paper are simultaneously visible to the observer for drawing of the focused specimen under the microscope. It fits on the eyepiece tube of all standard microscopes. So here you can see this is the attachment ring. So this is a knob which is used to loosen the loop of this attachment ring, and here you have the prism. See, here it shows the body tube of the microscope onto which this prism type of camera lucida has been attached. The next type is a mirror type. It has both prism and mirror along with attachment ring for focusing light. A beam splitter prism of optical gas is positioned over the eyepiece with a large size swinging mirror, which causes the image of the object to appear on a plane surface, enabling its tracing. So I'll be showing you the working of this mirror, how you actually mount this camera lucida on a common microscope. So this is a picture. Here you can see the body tube of the microscope on which, with the help of the attachment ring, it has been attached, and there is a mirror that is inclined at a particular position. These are the steps to be followed while using camera lucida. First, place objects. So as the usual way you work, that is on a common microscope, you place the object on the stage, okay, clamp it, and then you adjust the light, and there is fine adjustment, coarse adjustment. So all that adjustment is there. So as usual you do the work. Okay. Place the object below the objective lens of the common microscope and focus for the sharpest image. Fix the attachment ring of camera lucida to the body tube. Place the movable prism in close proximity. So this is something which you have to take care. There should not be any space between the prism and the ocular lens. It has to be in close proximity. Okay. Then tilt the mirror to get a sharp image of the drawing board placed below the mirror. So the mirror has to be tilted at 40 degree to the surface of the desktop. Okay. And once you tilt it like that, you get the image of the drawing board onto the microscope through the ocular lens. Intensity of the illumination of microscope and light falling on the board are to be matched, so that sharpened tip of the pencil is sheerly clean on the image of the object. This is something which has to be taken care of. That is, the illumination of both the microscope and the light falling on the drawing should coincide, so that both of them are visible at the same time for drawing very clearly. The drawing sheet should be fixed on the board to avoid distortions. This is something which has to be taken care of even before starting your work. You have to fix this drawing sheet onto the side of the microscope so that it does not shift. Once the drawing starts, it should not be shifted. Okay, these are some of the precautions that has to be taken care of. Camera Lucida with filter slots can be used to adjust the light intensity. So now Camera Lucida is available with filter slots. So you can actually adjust the light intensity. So you know some objects are visible under dark light, whereas some objects are visible under light, okay, and lighter conditions. So this with the help of filter slots, you can choose a light which is suitable. It may be necessary to raise the paper by a few inches from the surface of the table for better focusing. So it may be necessary that you raise the surface of the drawing tube. The drawing paper should be fixed. This I have emphasized many times. Then lead pencil can be made permanent using Indian ink. So first of all, while drawing, you have to draw with pencil so that whatever corrections you need, you can make it. Otherwise, in the beginning you should use pencil, then later replace it with ink. Then note the magnification. Of course, while giving the note to this particular diagram, you should know the magnification you used while drawing this picture. Under 100x, it gives only 100 times magnification of the image, whereas under 400, it gives 400 times magnification. So you should actually know what is the magnification that you have used while drawing this particular picture. Magnification is computed by multiplying the power of the ocular lens and the objective lens used. So now I shall show you the working, how you actually mount the Camera Lucida onto the compound microscope and how you do the drawing. Okay. So now you know the different parts of a microscope. Of a compound microscope, you have a pair of lenses. So this is the ocular lens which shows 10x. Okay, the magnification is already seen here, and here you have the nose piece onto which the different objective lenses are attached. So you can just turn this to take the whatever, whether it is high power or low power, whichever magnification you want to use, you can use it. So this is a combination. Then this mirror, it can be rotated at 360 degrees so that it can be adjusted. The light can be adjusted from any direction. Then you do the coarse adjustment, you can do the fine adjustment. So anyhow, you can adjust whichever object you want to see. So here I have taken a permanent slide onto which I will be viewing. So here I have placed it onto the stage, okay, clamp it, and you can observe, do this adjustment as usual with coarse adjustment and fine adjustment. You can adjust, you can take the light from any directions. Okay, then I will show you how to mount Camera Lucida. So here you can see this is the attachment ring. This is the attachment ring. Here you have a knob for adjustment. Okay, then here this is the prism. This is the prism which is movable, and here you can see this is the mirror. It can be inclined. Okay, so here first you remove the eyepiece or the ocular. Okay, place it, take the ring in and tighten it. Okay, replace the ocular lens, place the prism. Now you can see that there is a space between the prism and the ocular lens. So it has to be adjusted such that it is in close proximity. Okay, and then tighten it. Okay, then view it. Okay, so whatever magnification you want, it has been already been placed and focused. Everything is focused here except that this Camera Lucida has been mounted. So here there is a prism which can be inclined. It can be inclined at 45 degrees. See, you can see that it swings in different directions. So here it is at 40, it can be placed at 45 degrees. So now you see the principle. See, by this, just below the mirror I have kept the paper with the pencil, sharpened lead pencil. Okay, so now when you view through the microscope, you can actually see this paper and the lead pencil. Okay, and the image. So it seems that the image or the object is superimposed over to the paper. Okay, and you can actually draw here. And I will again explain the principle. From this, image of the paper is reflected onto the mirror, and from there it is deflected at 90 degrees to the prism. Okay, and from there we again at 90 degrees it gets to our eyes. Okay, so it is deflected at 90 degrees 2 times. So that is the working principle of camera lucida. I hope you understood the working, and I hope you will be working on this for your studies. Okay, thank you. Have a great day.